The Internet and the Rise of the World Wide Web. By the early 1990s, people were using computers in many different ways. Computers were already installed in most schools, offices, and homes. They were commonly used for writing papers, playing games, financial accounting, and business productivity applications. But very few people used them for communication, research, and shopping the way we do now. A man named Tim Berners-Lee changed all that. In 1990, Lee added an exciting hypertext and multimedia layer to the Internet and called it the World Wide Web. The rest, as they say, is history. Believe it or not, the web was not the first attempt at building a worldwide online community. Cutting-edge geeks have been using online services such as CompuServe all the way back to the early 1980s. There were thousands of other privately run bulletin board systems, or BBS, as well, which served the general interest of curious nerds and researchers from around the world. Perhaps the most ambitious project was the French system Minitel, but it never caught on in the rest of the world and eventually faded into obscurity. Experience on these BBSs was poor by today's standards. There was no graphics or even color. There was no sound except, of course, the obnoxious beeps and gurgles a modem makes when it initiates a dial-up connection to a server. Bandwidth was also very slow compared to today's speeds. Typical operating speeds were between 300 and 1200 baud. Today, a typical broadband connection is thousands of times faster than this. The web was not built for geeks. It was built for everyone. It was built with very high ideals. No single company, government, or organization controls it. It was new and exciting. New ideas and words appeared almost daily. Obscure technical terms became household words overnight. First it was email. Then it was URL and domain name. Then rather quickly came spam, homepage, hyperlink, bookmark, download, upload, cookie, e-commerce, emoticon, ISP, search engine, and so on. Years later, we are still making up new words to describe our online world. Now we Google for information. We tweet what's happening around us to others. The new words never seem to stop. Just because the web seems so chaotic and unorganized compared to more structured companies and governments doesn't mean it's total anarchy. In 1994, Tim Berners-Lee started the W3C, a worldwide organization dedicated to setting standards for the web. The group is probably the most respected authority for what should and should not be web standards. W3's mission is to lead the web to its full potential. As a student of English and technology, you will hear people use the words Internet and World Wide Web almost interchangeably. They are, of course, not the same thing. So what is the difference between the two? Perhaps a simple answer is that the Internet is the biggest network in the world, and the World Wide Web is a collection of software and protocols on that network. I guess a more simple way to put it is the World Wide Web is an application that runs on the Internet.